Yes, good afternoon, officers. Time for another important thing for your prelims, defense in news. So let's move on. First one, SARAS MK2. This is SARAS MK2. If you observe, it is an all set to test fly in December 2027. Why it is very special? Important parts for prelims. Updated version of SARAS MK1. It's an India-designed civilian aircraft. So this part, civilian aircraft, becomes a very, very important question for prelims. So the minute lot of students think that once this kind of thing is given, they will assume that. Who developed this? It is developed by National Aerospace Laboratories (NAL) in collaboration with the Council of Scientific and Industrial Research (CSIR). So who developed this? Therefore, that becomes a scope of prelims question. National Aerospace Laboratories as well as CSIR. Next, what are the features? India's first indigenous multi-purpose civilian light transport aircraft. Therefore, this becomes a scope of prelims question. Next, what is its significance, importance? Regional connectivity will increase, civil aviation research and development will increase, import dependence will definitely reduce, cost effective for short haul route, encourages civil military synergy, clearly mentioned. Can also be used as a chartered plane or air ambulance. That is the major angle that we are looking at. So that is what you have to understand from this. So that is the importance of it. Next, MK2A laser directed energy weapon DWE system, DUE system. This is the DUE system. Now in this, DRDO and directed energy weapon system, DUE. Who developed this? DRDO Center. Headquarters are very important. Hyderabad, very important. And Center for High Energy Systems and Sciences, CHESS, which is developed at Hyderabad. So both these things are from Hyderabad only, therefore very important. Indian academic institutions and industries are encouraged in this. High-powered laser-based directed energy weapon is also provided in this. So that becomes the best part. Next, operational capability, if you observe, neutralizes fixed-wing drones at long ranges, simultaneously counters multiple drone threats, destroys enemy surveillance equipment including sensors as well as antennas. Just like an EMP pulse, it destroys all the electronic circuits. So that's the best part. What are the key features? Instant engagement since it attacks targets at the speed of light, precision and lethality within seconds, minimal collateral damage will be there, no explosive residues, provides a long-term, low-cost alternative, traditional munitions here. So that is the best part of this. Next, INS Tarkash. Indian Navy's warship INS Tarkash successfully intercepted and seized over 2,500 of narcotics. This one. During a maritime security operation in the Western Indian Ocean. Type, modern stealth guided missile frigate. Its class is very important. Talwar class. That's very important. So the minute they ask you about INS Tarkash, it belongs to the Talwar class. That is very important. Who developed this? Russia, Yantar Shipyard and Kaliningrad, specifically for Indian Navy. So India-Russia relation. Key features: stealth capabilities means secret capabilities cannot be seen. Radar cross section due to specified hull architecture. Maximum speed 32 knots, which means 59 km/h. What are the weapons that it has? BrahMos supersonic missile, cruise missiles, advanced surface-to-air missile systems, upgraded 100mm naval gun is provided, 30mm close-in weapon system with optical targeting is being done. So torpedo tubes and anti-submarine rocket launchers are also provided from this. So that is the best part. So I don't think you will get any questions from here, but you will get a question about stealth capabilities or who developed them. Next, S-400, very, very important. Must it was in news, S-400. Indigenous, therefore very important. So if you observe this, acquisition radar tracks and identifies aerial targets within range. Target details are passed to the command post. Command post selects the most suitable missile, launch vehicle for the intercepting the target. So that is the best part. The engagement radar initially guides the missiles towards the target. Missiles can hit a target based on radar inputs. That is the best part. So that is what you have to understand. So very, very important this one, S-400. You are bound to get a question from UPSC 2026. The S-400's acquisition radar can track up to 300 targets at one time. That is a very important point. It can control 12 missiles and 6 targets. Each launcher is equipped with 4 missile canisters. The system can simultaneously engage up to 80 targets. So that is a thing. So prelims question is how many targets can it come? Next, India's air defense AD arsenal, very important. So if you observe, S-400 Triumph surface-to-air missile system, 380 kilometers range, 3 squads deployed under 40,000 crore deal with Russia. So Russia is very important for prelims. Next, 2 squads delayed due to Russia-Ukraine war. Barak 8MR over 70 kilometers range, jointly developed with Israel and inducted by AF, Navy as well as Army. So this is a combination of Russia plus Israel plus India. So therefore it becomes very important. All our partners, especially in defense areas. So that is the best part. Next, Akash 25 kilometers range. IAF has inducted 15 squadrons. Army has 4 regiments and Spider 15 kilometer range. So this becomes very important for your prelims. Israeli quick reaction anti-aircraft missile system is provided. Several units inducted by IAF and Army. Shorter instances, Russian shoulder fired Igla S 6 kilometers range. Older Igla 1M, Osa AKM 10 kilometers. Pekora missiles and L-70 anti-aircraft guns 3.5 kilometers. So that is what we are looking at. Next, Indian naval ships INS Tunnel, very important for your prelims. So if you observe this, the Indian Navy will commission latest stealth multi-frigate role on Kaliningrad, Russia, named after Indra's mythical sword, which symbolizes strength and Indo-Russian cooperation. So the mascot is inspired by the Indian Navy mythological figure Jambavant and the Russian Eurasian brown bear, representing the crew known as Great Bears. So Great Bears becomes the scope of prelims question. So Great Bear is related to what? This INS Indian Navy ship, very important. So that is the whole point. Next, it's 8th Krivak class frigate. Therefore, this becomes a scope of prelims question. Krivak class, Russia, and secondly upgraded to Tushil class. So these 2 classes are very important for your prelims. Built by Yandar shipyard in Kaliningrad, Russia, and this last foreign built warship for Indian Navy. So since it is the last foreign built, it becomes a scope of prelims question. Why this question can be asked? Tunnel, why it can be asked? Last, which can be derived from Russia. 125 meter, this is the structure of it. 26 indigenous content, including 33 Indian made systems, BrahMos missile, Hamsa, MGMK, sonar, and advanced radars. It boasts upgraded weaponry such as vertical launch surface-to-air missiles, 100mm gun, and anti-submarine rockets and modern radar as well as electric warfare system. That is what we are looking at. Next, INS Nilgiri, very important. 2 times, 3 times it has been in news. Arrived at new home port Visakhapatnam. First of 7 frigates in Project 17A. It is an advanced successor, currently Shivalik class. Therefore, Shivalik class becomes a very important question for INS Nilgiri. So this INS Nilgiri. Now, it is built by where? Mazagon Dock Shipbuilding and GRSE Kolkata. Anti-surface, anti-air and anti-submarine. Equipped with modern equipments, missiles, medium-range surface-to-air missiles, and upgraded guns and close-in weapon systems. That is the best part of it. Now, INS Arnala. If you observe this INS Arnala, first of anti-submarine warfare shallow water craft, commissioned into East Naval Command of Indian Navy, 70-meter long warship with gross tonnage of 14 ton, and naval warship to be propelled by diesel engine waterjet combination, designed for a broad range of anti-submarine operations, conduct subsurface surveillance and interdiction, and rescue missions and low-intensity marine operations. That is what we are looking at. So these are the things. So for revision sake, please try to understand. All these are super important. So if you observe SARAS MK, you have a scope of question coming from SARAS MK. Next, you have MK2 laser directed DUE system, very important. Next, what is the operational capability in this? Then INS Tarkash, very important. Then you have S-400, super important for your prelims. Then you have India's air defense AD arsenal. Then you have Navy arsenal, naval warships. Then Krivak class frigate, Tushil class. That is very important. Classes are very important. You get a huge scope of question coming from there. Then you have INS Nilgiri, super important. And then INS Arnala, very important. So if you know these things, defense till now, You have to know these things and keep revising. That's the way you will get a maximum. You will get one question, or you can get a match the following. So either way, it is very important. So that's it.